Hi everyone, this is Gayle, and I am going to do a quick little tutorial with you today, or at least I hope it'll be quick. I'll tell you, with the holidays and everything that needs to be done, my time is just really rare, short, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try to make some little, like the Christmas light bulbs, the Christmas lights, and make some little earrings. And I hope it's going to work out all right. I'm not going to make these as large as a lot of people make them, because I don't wear big earrings. So you can do the same thing and just increase the amounts of clay. Excuse me, but I'm trying to extrude some things. This is some gold 14 karat or 18 karat gold clay that I put in here, and I'm also going to do some silver because some of them might do better with gold clay and some colors might do better with silver clay. But you see, I've made these very, very tiny. I used the tiniest. You can hardly even see that hole in my extruder. There you can see how tiny that is. But that's the gold. And I'll put a little bit of silver in, because if I'm doing a silver light, I don't want silver wrapping the metal part, the part of a light that goes into the light bulb is metal. And that's what I want, is something that looks like metal. And I just don't want the same colors. So since I have both gold and silver here, I thought I would extrude both. And that is probably more than what I'll need. You don't need much. And I think I'm going to start with the red. This is the Sculpey red glitter clay. And I don't know if you can see the glitter that's in it, but it does have glitter. Not a lot, as much as I would like. But I'm going to, the reason I'm using a cutter is because I want the two earrings to be the same size. So I'll cut 2 squares from each one of these. And I'm just going to roll it into a ball. Or it doesn't even have to be a perfect ball, but roll it. And I don't know about you, but I have a difficult time with this glitter clay. Especially the things like this. This is the white gold glitter and the yellow gold glitter. I really struggle with those. They just don't seem to condition very well. So this is kind of an oval, which is kind of what I want. I'm going to flatten one end. And then I'm going to make it into the shape of a Christmas light. All right, and I'll just do, well, I'll do one, because like I said, I don't have a lot of time today, but I do want to get something done. And what I'm going to do is take some more of this silver clay. No, I think I'm going to use the gold on this. And just make a little ball. And because this is a mica clay, it may not, see, like this has a dark center in it. That's just where the mica has shifted there. The clay is still fine, it just has a little mark in it. But you're not going to see this anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of make it flat on each end. but round, because remember, this is supposed to screw into the light socket. And this is a little bit too big, but that's all right. Maybe that big. And I'm going to stick this on the bottom. And I don't know about this glitter clay. I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid clay on here. And this container is leaking a little bit, so I can just wipe some off the bottom of it. I'm just going to make sure that this sticks. Alright, so this is going to be the part that goes into the light socket. So then I'm going to take one of these, because it screws in, and I'm going to start wrapping. And I'm going to start right up next to the light bulb. Go all the way around, and when you get to that point, you just want to move it over. See how I'm moving it over? And this is going to make it look like a screw-on type thing. The base that screws into the light socket. And you just keep wrapping until you get all the way to the bottom. And hopefully this tiny little rope won't break. You can use a larger rope of clay, but I was hoping to keep these kind of small. So I felt like the smaller thing on the bottom would look better. And just do it as much as you want, as far down as you want. I think that's probably good right there. And I'm going to just, actually this is so thin I can just pinch it. And then what I'll do is cut the bottom off flat with the, see, this way it's all one size. It's, I mean, all one color. So there's one red light bulb. And this doesn't have to be for earrings. You can use this for other things. But let me go ahead and do the other one. I'll do them both at one time. I just wish this glitter was a little bit more. And maybe this is a translucent red, because it doesn't seem to be coming off on my hands. I've not used the red glitter before. So I'm hoping that this, if it's translucent, that the red will bake clearer if it's a little bit of a translucent color. And press a flat end and then just roll it until you get your shape. And try to get them about the same size. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take that little bit of clay that was left, and I'll do, just get a little bit more. And just make it flat on both sides. And again, I will just rub it with a little, actually I'll rub this end with a little bit of liquid clay. You can see how frugal I am. I don't waste anything. Some people would just wipe that off with a paper towel, but I just can't do it. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Start up here at the top and just wrap. You can lay it against your finger if you want to help attach it as you're rolling it. Just be careful with this skinny little extrusion. And because it's so skinny, I'm having a hard time feeling it. This is moving because the liquid clay made it a little bit slippery. But I thought I had some green glitter clay, but when I was looking, I found that my green clay is Fimo. And since most everybody that I know is using Primo instead of Fimo, well, I wonder why they all had to have names that ended in O. And then slice off the bottom. Actually, I've already sliced it off the other. You could make this into a little point, because if you look at the bottom of a light bulb, it's got a little point that makes contact. Whoops, I'm slicing part of the... I don't think anybody will ever notice that. There's usually a little point, just so they'll hang straight. I want to make sure they're on here straight. Okay, now what I would do normally, actually I need an eye pin, and I ended up pulling out, I need a head pin, and I pulled out eye pins. Let me see if I can get a head pin. And I'm going to get long ones. And you need to bend them straight. Usually they're bent. But you want them a little bit straighter than this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up on end. And with your pin as straight as you can get it, go straight down through the middle. And hopefully you'll come out. No, it didn't come out near the middle. This wasn't as straight as I thought it was. I do have some pliers out that I was using for my Patreon video that I just completed. And for those of you that aren't my Patreon patrons, you're really missing a really cute tutorial. And you want to try to get this as close to the middle as you can. Now that's not really the middle. Got a little bit of the gold on my red. But you at least want this somewhat close to the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this got a little bit big, so I'm just going to roll that a little bit smaller. So there's one. But anyway, I'm hoping my patrons will comment when they see their video. It's being uploaded to my computer now, and I will hopefully get it posted shortly. But for anybody that supports me, whoops, that missed totally. It's really easier for me to do it this way. But anybody that donates $10 a month to my Patreon account gets a free tutorial every month. And you don't have to donate $10 a month. Some people do, but the people that do, I feel like they deserve having a special tutorial. But anyway, so this is this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this. I'm going to bake these. And then I'm going to come back and we will finish them up. Okay, everybody, these are baked. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like a lot of the sparkle came through on the clay. Maybe if I sand and buffed them, but if you're like me, easier is always better. But the first thing I'm going to do is to put these on my earring findings. And I happen to like, let me just zoom in so you can see. I like these little lever back ear things because, see, they just open up like that, and then you can put them on your ear and they don't fall off. I have a terrible thing of losing earrings because they slide out of my ear. I don't know if it's the holes in my ear or what. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my round nose pliers. Well, actually, I think I'm going to clip them off first. I'm going to come out maybe a 1/2 inch. And let me cut those the same on both earrings. They look about the same. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend them. Let me come back out. So I'm going to bend them in half, at a right angle. So just take your finger and bend it. And then take my round nose pliers. And this might still be a little long. I'll just make a bigger loop. Just put this on your pliers where you want the size that you want, and then give it a turn. Be sure you've got hold of the pin first. So just give it a turn, and then there's your loop for your earring. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Want to make the loops about the same size. There you go. So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just move them over, just open them up just a little bit. Actually, you need 2 pair of pliers because you need to hold it. Otherwise, it's just going to spin in the hole. But just take that out that way and put it on your earring. And then bring it back. I bent this a little bit. But I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so hold this. Bend the loose side out just enough so you can get your earring in here. And then fold it back. This one turned out better than the other one, and I'll fix the other one, but I'm not going to take your time. So I decided, since this didn't sparkle as much as I wanted it to sparkle, that I'm going to take some Stickles. Now, I don't know if you've ever used Stickles. Stickles is a glitter glue that's made by Ranger, and they're awesome, and they very compatible to polymer clay, but it's like a very ultra fine glitter, and I mean very ultra fine. See how, I don't know if you can see it or not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on here and then take my finger to spread it and just and add a little bit more. I'd rather put it on a little at a time than put on too much. And be careful of your gold. You don't want to put it on your gold. But can you already see the difference in this sparkle and this sparkle? And you can put as much or as little as you want, because the glue part dries clear and all that you'll see is the glitter. So make sure you get the glitter the way you want it. And you can buy Stickles at any of your craft stores. Hobby Lobby has them. Michael's. I've seen them just about everywhere. Excuse me, I'm trying to get a... I just don't want to take my finger up in there and get this. You can always put this on your table too if you'd rather do it that way. Just, if you want to dab it, you can dab it. That maybe will put the glitter where you want it better. It's like I've got a lot in some places and not a lot in others, but hey. So I'm going to do the same thing. I already got some on there. Same thing with the other one. Now they also make Stickles in a clear, like an iridescent type glitter, and I use that a lot. They've got a couple of them. One of them is diamond, which is the one that I use the most. But I need to hang these up somewhere so they will dry and not... I'm just going to stick them over here. But anyway, those are the earrings. And I think they would be cute on anybody. They're really nice to have to wear to your Christmas parties or to wear shopping. I know I wear Christmas things. I get real gaudy at Christmas. Got a little bit on my gold. And you could put some on the gold if you want. I do have gold. But I think I'm going to leave the gold the way it is. But there you go. There's a quick little pair of Christmas earrings that anybody can make. So I hope you enjoyed this. And we'll have another tutorial for you soon. Hopefully it will be by next Monday. And I will be back. Have a great day. Bye-bye.